a FNAF World freak. I mean straight freak meister. Me and FNAF World go like two peas in a pod. I love this game.
Fredd'n is freaking FNAF World.
The characters, the humor, the designs. I'm straight freaking it for FNAF World.
Hey, I love you.
Dude, shut up! That is...
Who's the princess now? But in all my FNAF World freak-offness, I got to thinking about something. Specifically, an aspect of the game that I think is repeated over and over in the franchise and is kinda going under our noses.
Hey guys, it's me, Flipside.
No, like the FNAF World Flipside. You get out of here.
Well,
Scram.
This is awkward. See you on the flip
Get
side.
out! The flip side is an area in FNAF World that you, the player, traverse through to get to new areas. It has 4 levels, with the 4th level getting you stuck with a character named Old Man Consequences. More on him later. In the meta view of FNAF World, the flip side represents the code of the game, and as you go deeper into the code, you eventually hit a point of no return. But what if we were to lean back and take off our meta view glasses and really try to understand the flip side? Because when you think about the flip side enough, you realize that it's seemingly still part of the lore, which wouldn't make sense if it was supposed to be code. So it would have to be something more than just a meta joke about the code of the game. And I think we've figured out what it is. Without theorizing about whether or not other moments in the lore are the flip side, we have an official canon moment of the flip side not being in FNAF World. UCN. UCN's roster is filled with characters that on a surface level are the best hits from FNAF, but also relate to things to torture William Afton with, every character seemingly relating to his past in some way. I don't know how well he knows Phone Guy, but I mean, they worked the same company for years, so it's not too far-fetched to think they knew each other. But strangely, there's another character in this roster that seems like a strange inclusion if this is William's hell. Old Man Consequences. What is level 4 of the Flipside's connection to UCN? Why is he here? Well, I think I know why. With the help of a Reddit user, of course. I'm not gonna say everything in this post. You're gonna have to read it if you want to know all the juicy evidence. I know FNAF theorists love to read. But the general idea of this theory is that Henry is Old Man Consequences, and the line, "leave the demons to his demons," is referring to Henry's speech. Boom! Great job, Fredd'n. You helped prove a theory that the FNAF community already considers true. Now, what does any of this tell us about the flip side? Well, my Freddles, I'm here to say that this all helps us realize that the flip side is the spirit world, and how this connection helps us better understand some of the strangest things in the franchise. Into the Pit is one of the strangest stories in the FNAF universe, aside from things that are just insane, like sea bonnies. But it's usually pointed out as the, haha, it's crazy that FNAF has a ball pit that literally time travels, haha. Well, I'm here to say, shut up! Because it doesn't. Because it doesn't. It doesn't, okay? This ball pit is not time travel certified. In fact, I think this is the flip side. Let me explain. In the first Into the Pit, Oswald, after going into the past, sees the MCI and is followed by Spring Bonnie into the present and kills Spring Bonnie, freeing his father. Boom, all fine and dandy. Except it sounds a whole lot like time traveling to me. I mean, in future retellings, we even see Oswald doing things in the past that affect the future. But things get strange when you look at the prankster epilogue. In this epilogue, we get another view of the ball pit, as Larson and Jake go into it and go into seemingly past events and versions. Larson specifically going through 4 levels of the ball pit while he is in and out of literally dying from blood loss. Then later, at the end of the epilogue, Jake goes into the pit to help the souls of all the victims through the story, giving each of them their happiest day. I think what this epilogue is telling us is that the ball pit, and by extension the flip side, are the spirit world, explaining also why it's in hell. An idea that I've heard spread around a lot, but I think it's important to know these epilogues make the connection pretty clear. We have the 4 levels and the connection to Happiest Days, with FNAF World's clock ending having you set up the Golden Freddy Spirit's Happiest Day with the FNAF 3 minigames, and these sections looking extremely flip side-like. But what about Oswald changing the past and it affecting the future? Well, FNAF World actually directly explains this in our first encounter with the flip side. Something horrible must have happened on the flip side, because it's causing the world to fracture! This is telling us that whatever happens on the flip side affects our world, explaining why Oswald is able to affect the real world. Here's my socials, here's a fast token, and I'll catch you at 6 a.m.